Hey everyone, it's Bren. I'm here tonight because I wanted to talk about some Bath & Body Works holiday candles that I've picked up recently. I've got 4 of them here. They have come out with a lot of new holiday candles. These are just the ones that I picked up. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background. I've already restarted this video like 5 times because they are just wild tonight. But anyway, the ones I'm going to talk about in this video are the ones that just were of interest to me that I wanted to try out, and my tastes tend to be more towards the like bakery and fruity type of candles, so that's a lot of what I've got. I'm going to talk about, is he going to stop? Raspberry Thumbprint and Golden Berry Mistletoe, not exactly a bakery scent, a little different than my normal thing. Feliz Navidad, and then I also picked up the Happy Hanukkah candle. So let's get into it. I think I'm going to start with Raspberry Thumbprint because that one has been out the longest, and I do really love this candle. I think I bought 5 of them, and I've got one that I've burned, I don't know, not quite halfway, but I feel like I've burned it a lot. It's just kind of a slow burner. The notes on Raspberry Thumbprint are buttery shortbread, rich raspberry jam, and powdered sugar. It smells really, really, really good. In fact, I've been burning it, and I've been enjoying it, but when I brought out this unburned one to do the video with, it reminded me of how good it is on cold sniff before you burn it. It loses a little of that intensity and fruitiness that you get on cold sniff when you burn it, but it's still pretty good burning. On cold, I'm getting a lot of jam, and it's just a really nice fruity scent. Actually, what it reminded me of the most is this old Yankee candle, Mary Berry Linzer. One year, and this was a few years ago now, Yankee did a cookie swap collection, and this Mary Berry Linzer, kind of the same thing, right? It's like a cookie with a jelly in the middle. Yeah, that really reminds me of the jam note in Raspberry Thumbprint. Of course, a lot of people are comparing it to Wild Berry Jam Donut, and based on the notes, I did also think it was probably going to be a repackage of Wild Berry Jam Donut, but it's not. It is different. It's similar, of course. If you don't like Raspberry Jam Donut, you're probably not going to like this, but I do think there's a distinct difference. The difference that I'm getting is that Wild Berry Jam Donut has a stronger bakery note. It's less jam, more bakery. Also, I get a little bit of a spiciness, like a little bit of cinnamon in the bakery note with Wild Berry Jam Donut, and I don't get that at all with Raspberry Thumbprint. Wild Berry Jam Donut, yeah, it claims to have brown sugar crumble in it, so it feels like a bit of a warmer scent to me. It's a warm bakery, and the jam is an accent. I think in Raspberry Thumbprint, the jam is more prevalent, and then the bakery is the secondary note, and the bakery is more of a straightforward sugar cookie type of note, not as warm as Wild Berry Jam Donut. But again, if you think they're similar, you're definitely not crazy. They are similar, but I do think there's a difference. It's definitely not an exact repackage, and I love how it smells on cold. Burning, like I said, a little less intense. It's not a super strong candle, but I would give it like a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's right in the middle. It is a medium strength and throw. You can definitely smell it. I can be burning it down here and go upstairs and smell it up there too, but it's not super intense. You know, and some people like that. Some people want a medium candle and they don't like how strong some of the scents are. It's less strong than Wild Berry Jam Donut because in Wild Berry Jam Donut, what mostly comes through is that warm, buttery, cinnamony bakery scent that Raspberry Thumbprint doesn't have as much of. But I do really like it. I like the packaging. I think it's got the cute little Santa on it. Nice for the holidays. I don't know. Like I said, I bought a few of them. So that's how I feel about Raspberry Thumbprint. Let's talk next about Golden Berry Mistletoe. This one is not something that I would normally pick up because I'm normally not a pine person, but I want to be a pine person. I really love cinnamon pine cone, which is a pine scent with cinnamon, and the cinnamon is a very realistic cinnamon stick type cinnamon. They have only brought that one out twice, and once it was in test, and I wish I had more of it. It's a really nice pine. This is also a pine, and I kind of like it. I don't know if I'll have to get another one or not, but I did get some of the body care. So this comes out in every form. And I have a cream and a shower gel right now, and I think I want to get a lotion too. It's kind of, I was afraid that it was going to be musky or like have some floral or have a perfumey note, and I didn't want that, but it doesn't. It really just is kind of a nice pine. I would compare it maybe to the pine and cinnamon pine cone, or just like the evergreen candle, but like watered down. So let's see, the notes are sparkling berries, sugared spruce. So they're saying it's spruce. And then frosted air, which is ridiculous because what does that smell like in a candle anyway? The berry is not that strong. Maybe if you're really used to pine scents, then you would pick out the berry in this more so than I do, because I'm not, like, I'm just getting the pine because I don't burn a lot of pine. I think my mom, she burns a lot of pine and she gets the berry in this more. But the berry definitely takes a back seat to the pine. For me, it's mostly just kind of like a nice medium strength pine scent. Again, kind of like the evergreen candle, but like less. And then there is a little berry in there, and it's kind of a tart berry, but you have to search for it. It doesn't say what kind of berry, just sparkling berries. It's pretty nice. I think I like the body care more than the candle. Like I said, I'll probably get more of the body care because it's kind of unique for a body care scent. And I kind of like it. I kind of like the pine aspect. It doesn't smell manly like you would think a pine body care would. It still smells girly because it's kind of sweet and whatnot. But I think the candle, again, just nice, mild, guest friendly. I would rate it like maybe a 6 out of 10 on strength and throw, but probably a 1 and done for me. Golden berry mistletoe. All right, let's keep going because the dogs have settled. Have you settled a little? All right, next I'm going to talk about Feliz Navidad. Now, I don't want to try to pronounce this, but it's got the word there, right? And so spiced Mexican chocolate, mesa, caramel, pink, I don't know how to pronounce that word either, and I don't want to try because y'all are going to make fun of me, steamed milk. So basically, this smells like hot cocoa and cream, but it has a red hot cinnamon note. So the cinnamon note in this is definitely that red hot type of cinnamon. It's not a realistic cinnamon like I was just talking about was in cinnamon pine cone or like is in some of their other scents. It's the red hot candy. I don't usually like that. But here with the hot cocoa cream being kind of a sweeter, smoother scent, the contrast is kind of interesting. So I don't hate it. Plus when it's burning, the cinnamon is not like super offensive or super strong. So your house doesn't smell like red hots or anything. I would not like that. I don't like that type of candle. But this actually surprised me that that cinnamon note was not super strong when it was burning. So yeah, it's kind of nice. It's got one of those fancy lids. So they've listed it at $32.50, which is crazy. I got it at one of those sales where all the candles are the same price, plus I had a coupon. I would not spend $32.50. That's insanity. But I guess, you know, they give you this big heavy lid and then they charge you more. I don't like these lids, personally. They chip, they break. What am I going to do with it? You know, make it a coaster? No, not really. This could even scratch a little, I think. And then it makes it a different height than all the rest of the candles, and it just, I'm not a fan. I also am not a huge fan of this packaging, but I am kind of a fan of the scent. Overall, I would say even though the cinnamon's not that strong, it's still pretty strong. 7 out of 10 on strength and throw with Feliz Navidad. It reminds me a little bit of cherry mocha, because cherry mocha was also kind of a riff on hot cocoa and cream. That was like hot cocoa cream with cherry, and this is like hot cocoa cream with cinnamon. I think I prefer the cherry, so I'd probably rather burn cherry mocha than this one. So this might be a 1 and done, or maybe if I can find another one at Candle Day or something for cheap, I'll get a second one. It's okay. It's kind of interesting. I like it more than I thought I would. So yeah. Okay. I've saved the most controversial opinion for last. Oh, sorry, I had to stop and cough. If I sound really out of breath in this video or like I'm huffing and puffing, I've been really sick and then I'm mostly over it, but I still have a cough and it's really aggravated my asthma. So I'm still having like a lot of asthma symptoms and yeah, sorry if you can tell. But anyway, the reason I say controversial, not really, it's just that I posted an opinion about this on Instagram and like no one has agreed with me. So I think I'm kind of alone here. But my first thought on Happy Hanukkah was that it kind of reminds me somewhat, I don't think direct repackage, but similar to pumpkin spice cheesecake. Let me read the notes first. So the notes say pillowy fried donut, sweet jelly filling, and powdered sugar. Yeah, you would think based on the notes that this one might be similar to Wild Berry Jam Donut, kind of like Raspberry Thumbprint, but I don't think so. Instead, something about it is kind of giving that like sour milk smell that we had in pumpkin spiced cheesecake. So pumpkin spice cheesecake first came out in 2015, I want to say. My label's smudged, I can't tell, but I think 2015. And then it came out again in 2016. And then it was gone for a long time, but then a couple of years ago, this version of pumpkin cinnamon bun came out, and this was a repackage of pumpkin spice cheesecake. So this was from 2021. So if you had this one, you know what I'm talking about. It has kind of that like sour milk, cheesecakey-ish type of smell. And I was kind of getting that from Happy Hanukkah, but I don't think anyone else is. I think maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I burned pumpkin spice cheesecake a lot back in the day because I really liked it. So this is reminiscent. Again, I don't think an exact repackage, but shares some notes. And a lot of times they will take an old candle and just tweak it a little. I think Happy Hanukkah definitely isn't like new scent oils. It's a combination of scent oils they've used in other candles in the past because that's reminding me of a lot of different things. The jelly note that is supposedly in here, I'm really not getting it. I have to really search for it or imagine that it's there. I'm not getting jam or jelly the way that you do in Wild Berry Jam Donut, or definitely not the way you do in Raspberry Thumbprint where it's the feature. But I do think there's more of a powdered sugar type note in the Happy Hanukkah candle than is in like pumpkin cinnamon bun. But I don't know, again, they're kind of similar to me. The other thing I thought it reminded me of was maybe campfire donut when I smelled it in the store, but then I got home and smelled my campfire donut and I was like, no, not really. If it's at all similar to like campfire donut, it is way, way, way sweeter than campfire donut was. And I think I heard someone compare it to like cinnamon sugar donut. I'm not getting that though. There's no cinnamon in this. I think it's just, you know, it's a donut candle, so everyone is comparing it to all the donut scents, which makes sense, of course. But I don't think it's the same as any of them. But for me, sharing some notes with pumpkin spice cheesecake, giving a little bit more of a powdered sugar note than that. It does smell like a powdered sugar covered jelly filled donut, but like not really the jelly part to me, just the outside part. This is the only one of the four that I'm talking about today that I haven't burned because I thought I might return it. So I didn't want to burn it, but now that I'm here and I'm talking about it and I'm sniffing it next to these other candles, now I kind of want to burn it. So if I have further thoughts, I'll post them on Instagram. And speaking of my Instagram, if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me at Candles and Music on Instagram. I post further thoughts on these candles, trips to the store, other things. You know, if I have thoughts on a candle that don't really warrant a whole YouTube video, I might just make an Instagram about it. So you can check me out there and you can stay tuned. I will probably have further thoughts as we get closer to the holidays, and definitely there are some candles I have my eye on that are coming out on Candle Day, December 1st. So I will almost certainly have a haul then. Thanks for sticking with me through the heavy breathing and the asthma. If I do sound out of breath, I feel like now towards the end of the video, I'm starting to notice like I am kind of out of breath. And also bearing with me through the dogs running around and barking at the beginning of the video. This is a very professional operation, as you can tell. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.